going on, you all? My name is Darren Rowan, and I'm a storytelling coach. But more importantly, I was also a king in chapter 2 of the King series. Now we're in the chapter 3, and I am blessed to be your ambassador. Listen, you do not want to miss one episode of chapter 3, because we know how Cal is. He's going to bring the fire, the passion, and the energy to each and every episode. Chapter 3, King series. Let's go!
How you doing today, man? As you know, it's Kyle Jacko checking in from the ATL. I know y'all be watching these videos when these videos drop. I know y'all don't. But if you're watching the video right now, thank you for watching the video, because it's truly a blessing to have you on the video. You already know, whenever you see this right here, you know it's time for the King series. Before we get into the next speaker we have coming on right now, we got to give a shout out to King series chapter 1. Y'all paved the way for King series chapter 2. And this King series chapter 3, I know it's going to be amazing. And why I say it's going to be amazing, because, man, I got the youth coming out right now. In July, we have youth coming out. We have the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, the 21-year-olds, 22. They all coming out. And I'm thinking what's happening is the youth are saying right now that they got something to say. I'm 35 years old. I'm not an old head, but I'm old. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I love how the youth saying, like, you know what, we're going to be a part of this right here. We're going to show them what it is. And it's just amazing. So to any young person watching this right here, all these young kings dedicated to you. Make sure you go check out the description below the video. Hit them up on YouTube, Instagram, Clubhouse, whatever you want. Make sure you hit them up. This king right here is something that I met him in the gym one day. I normally don't go to the gym I was at. And y'all know I go to the gym 3 hours is what I do. I see this dude come in. He looked just like T.I.'s son. I'm like, bro, who is your dad? And he told me what his dad's name was. I'm like, your dad's not T.I. He was like, no. I say, bro, you know, you look like, I say, you look just like T.I. older son. And he bust out laughing. And the thing I loved about him seeing him in the gym, normally when you go to the gym, you don't see a lot of young people in the gym. You don't. You don't see that many, because they out doing everything else that's negative. But this king was in the gym, working out, doing what he got to do. Even asked me a question, why do I have a mask on my face? I had to really tell him why. When I told him why, he was like, it doesn't matter, you still need a mask on your face. I was like, I'm going to keep on wearing it anyway, no matter what. And we had a good time talking with that. And then I told him about the King series, and I think a little bit, he didn't think he was worthy to be on. But I told him, I said, man, you're going to be around some great kings. You building a legacy right now. And this king right here, man, like, shouts out to all the young kings. Shouts out to Caillou. Shouts out to Mark. Shouts out to this king right here I'm about to introduce you to, because the youth, they got something to say. So with that being said, King Kenny White, come to the stage right quick, man. Tell everybody who you is.
What's up, King series? My name is Kenny White. I go by the name Aldragoares on social media. There's an underlying meaning to the reason I go by Aldragoares. Aldragoares, to me, it's a name I created in middle school, to be honest with you. But then I gave it like a meaning of my own, and then I just used that. It's like the person that I want to be is like that person. So I go by that name now online. So Aldragoares, the owl means like in Spanish, like El means the. So I turned the L into an A because I like the way it looked better. So owl, and then the Drago part means the dragon. And then when you think of a dragon, the way a dragon's portrayed in like medieval times, stuff like that, they're always like shooting fire. So like the way that the type of person I am, I'm always ready to come out shooting, come out blasting, come out like with fire in my heart. There's like underlying will of fire that I have. Like deep down, there's some that like I gotta get off. Like I can't let stuff slide. I can't let nothing like fall out of order into dismay. And I gotta do what my purpose is, what I was put here to do. And the Aries part, Aries represents I think it's in Greek mythology. It's either Greek or Roman, Greco-Roman mythology. We was learning about that at the time. That means he's the god of war. So Aries, I like that name because he represents the fighter in me. So like the fire-hearted fighter. That's what that name means to me. So I go by that name and I do multiple things that like I'm chasing my dreams right now. Well, I don't say chase anymore. I say I'm living my dreams, because if you say chasing, you always in the it seems like a desperate type of like a desperate energy behind chase. Say you living your dreams. Right now I'm living my dreams. I'm a music producer, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been making music for the past 5 years. My dad used to make music. I used to watch him when I was a kid, and it planted the seed. And I kind of like played with it a little bit as a child, and then like I finally started taking it serious, and I got good at it. So I can make music on the program I use is called Reasons. Like it has like a clear sound, and I can make like anything right now. I just got to get my name out there. So I make music and I do YouTube videos. I have 3 YouTube channels. So my first channel is called Greatness Resides in Me. So Greatness Resides in Me, like I have a abbreviation for it. It's called GRIM. Greatness Resides in Me. Like I started that channel because whenever I was a kid, like coming up, I wasn't always like the person that was counted on, the person that was looked at. I was like the underdog, like how like movies are, like you always rooting for the underdog. So I was an underdog. I was a big chubby kid. I ain't really have that many friends. Well, like I was sort of popular because of my personality, but like I ain't like the way that some of the people were treating me. And I ain't like I didn't like the way that people like came to me. So I decided to change myself for the better. And like throughout high school, I was continuously gaining weight till I got to 295. I got to like 295 to 300 almost. So I was about 300 pounds. And one day I just looked in the mirror and I was like, I gotta change. So throughout that, like I lost 70 pounds. I started like a whole like training, like this whole series of training that I did. Like I was in the gym continuously self-improving while everybody else was out. Like they was going to parties, they was doing this, they was out um doing ungodly things. And I was in the gym. I was trying to like improve myself for the better so that I can eventually like get to the point to where I'm confident in myself enough to chase live the dreams. Sorry, confident enough to live the dreams that I want to do. So that is the reason why I was in the gym and I see Mr. Jacko here, and we had a good conversation. We chopped it up, and now I'm on the King series now. It's good to be here. Next, I have 2 other channels. My channel Aldragoares Ayodragoburntheyah, which represents me like as a whole. So like I'm a funny, like outgoing type of person, and like on that video, on that channel, I do like skits and stuff. I'm still got skits coming soon, but I got that, and then one more. I like playing video games because I played them a lot as a kid. So I got my last channel, Grandma Aldragoares Gaming. So those are my 3 YouTube channels, and then I'm an entrepreneur, so I got a business. Well, 2 businesses. Well, so originally, like when I seen all these get rich quick schemes, like I realized like you don't get rich like quick. It's a certain process. You got to build your foundation first. So right now I'm building the foundation and I'm like getting my credit right. I'm planting seeds so that whenever I got the foundation right, I can skyrocket. There's a story of like there's this man, he planted a seed and he kept on watering it for 5 years and everybody laughed at him. And then one day, like after 5 years, when he kept watering the seed, it was a bamboo tree. It shot up to like 60 feet one day and it kept growing higher and higher and it continued to prosper. So I just felt like I should build the foundation right now and I should put out the stuff that I could be in college right now partying and procrastinating, but I feel like if I just get this stuff out the way, then whenever I get to later in life, I'll be where I want to be and I can inspire the people I want to inspire and make the changes that I want to change to the world. So I started a clothing brand, and right now I'm doing drop shipping where you take a product and then you would sell the product to other people like after you advertise it on like Facebook and stuff like that. So those are the things I do.
I love that. First of all, he said Mr. Jacko. I still ain't used to Mr. Jacko yet. I'm not used to that yet because for me, I feel like I'm still young. But he said Mr. Jacko, but I love it because of the sign of respect. You know, he still said Mr. Jacko. We gotta talk about that after this video. Call me Mr. Jacko. No, I'm playing. But then I love it because guess what? He has 3 YouTube channels. I only got one. Like this king has 3 YouTube channels. He has Instagrams. He got 2 or 3 Instagrams. He doing like a lot of great stuff. Think about it in your life right now. If this youngster is 19 years old and he's trusting in God, he's doing what he got to do. He's making sure that he's doing something that could uplift the youth. What's your excuse? You know what? Don't worry about it because I don't think you got what I just told you. We're gonna let that go. My next question is: how do you wear your crown in society around other kings?
So around other kings, what I like to do is I feel like it's about presentation. So the way you present yourself, like you need to be who you was created to be and don't live below your standards. So like walk confidently, walk with your chest out, head up, be ready for anything, and don't put down other people simply because you have your own insecurities. If you feel like someone's doing better than you, like first of all, like I don't like to do comparisons. I just like I'd be happy for other people whenever like if they're doing better than me, I'm gonna be happy for them. If they're not, then I'm gonna uplift them to the point to where to where I'm at, or even better if I can, because that's just the type of person I am. No man left behind. It's just like spreading. It's about spreading positivity for me and like continuing to have a positive outlook no matter what, and like uplifting people who are in worse situations than me, because it like the end of the day, it could always be a worse situation. And like that's just the way I came up. Like I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and like in that environment, like it's a harsh environment. So I've seen a lot of things growing up, but even throughout all that, like gunshots and shootings and murders and all that stuff, like I was still able to come out with a positive like mindset and a positive like outlook on life that gave me like the it gave me the courage to go out and help other people in like the I feel like that's just what it's all about. It's uplifting the people and doing the best you can for yourself until you get to the point where you want to be.
Love it, King. Man, I'm just hearing your voice and I'm like, you know what? If we gotta depend on the youth and the youth gonna grow up like him, we don't got nothing to worry about. We good. Cause guess what? At 19 years old, you think about it, what you were doing at 19 years old. You probably wasn't creating no YouTube channel. Probably wasn't making no Instagram reel. You probably wasn't doing none of that at 19 years old. But this young king is going out there and doing it. So proud of you, man. My next question is, who do you consider to be your king role model? Like with me, it's Malcolm X. Malcolm X because Malcolm X at first was Detroit Red when he was in the streets. Then he got locked up. He became a Muslim. After he became a Muslim, then he went to Mecca. He came back with a total different mindset. So think about this. He changed up 3 times. If Malcolm X would have still been alive today, I really truly believe he would have got the Christians and the Muslims together because his power was so big. And we always remember Malcolm X with AK-47 like this every time. He got to protect his family. Guess what? I got 6 amazing kids. I'll protect my kids at all costs. I will, no matter what. And a lot of y'all would do the same thing. But sometimes society will make you seem like you're mad or you're mean. You're not. It's just, you got to keep on going with God designed for you. My next king role model has to be my pastor, Dr. Kern B. Lee. My pastor, he's a great role model to me because on the pulpit, he's the same way off the pulpit. I see the way he treats his wife, the way he treats his 2 sons, and it's just amazing. Like he has poured so much stuff into me because I didn't know where I was going at first. Like the Kyle Jacko you see now was not the Kyle Jacko at first. It truly wasn't. Like I had to work on a lot of things. But my pastor, he walked with me every single day. He spoke to me every single day. That's one of my king role models. So I gave you 2 of them. But you, King, I want to know who is your 2 king role models? Make sure you say their name and why they are your king role model.
So my first 2 king role models are well, my main 2 role models that I have in my life are one, my dad, and 2, this rapper that goes by the name XXX Tentacion. Now, my dad, he was a like he was a prevalent figure in my life. Whenever I was little, like I would always sit there, like, and he would still be chasing his dreams, like despite the situations he was in, where he had like he had a car note due, he had child support, he had all this stuff that was going on. And he still decided to chase his dreams, and he was still spreading positivity. And he was, despite the stuff that was happening to him, and despite like all the hardships that he was going through, he was still trying to look after his kids and look after his people and continue to put himself into a better position, which he has continued to do. And he still does. He still does make music, and he still does continue to put himself in better positions like despite all the stuff that he's been through. And my second role model is XXX Tentacion. Now he has like a negative, like how do I say this? He has a negative image like in society because of like some of the allegations that he's had on his name. And like he's been through like many hardships. But like at the end of the day, whenever I was like growing up, whenever I was 13 and I first heard of him, he had like a dark energy, but he had like a I don't know how to say it, like I just felt like attracted to like the way his personality was, because he wasn't afraid to be himself. So he went around, he was being himself, no matter how weird and how crazy he seemed. Like he always was himself, and he was always chasing his dream, trying to put himself in a better position. And as time progressed, he continued to get better, and he was putting out like gems, and he was exposing like things that was going on in society and bringing awareness to it. And he was inspiring people to do better for themselves. And up until his death, I feel like he was like he became better and better as he went, and he was creating a movement. I think it was called Members Only. He created a movement based off of like who he wanted to be, and he wanted people to continue to chase their dreams and continue to be the best person that they could be, no matter what. And that's what I admire about him. I admired his tenacity, and I admired his don't care attitude, because he's still gonna do what he was put here to do, continue to do his purpose, continue to live his dreams.
I love it. Like, shouts out to your dad. His dad name is Kenny White. Like, yeah, they already know that already, and he's the third generation. And shouts out to your dad, man, because I spoke to him before the video came out. And hey, King, you raised an amazing son, man. Like, he really truly is a blessing to the world. And I love it because I grew up without a father, and my dad chose not to be right there, but he did give me a love for the Dallas Cowboys and the love of music. Like, that's one thing my dad did do. But another one was, you said XXX, and I listen to some of the music, not all his music. Like, really, I'm a Kevin Gates fan. Like, for everybody that knows who Kevin Gates is, Kevin Gates sometimes is weird in his mind, the way he speaks out stuff. But if you look, I don't listen to Kevin Gates for all his music. I know the man he is, the father he is, the husband he is. Even though they're going through everything they're going through right now, Kevin Grace is truly a great man. Does a lot of great things. Rest in power to XXX, man. A young king with so much stuff going on. And, you know, I tell young kings all this all the time. You got to watch where you at. You got to watch your surroundings, but you also got to let your discernment be greater. If God telling you not to go somewhere, don't go nowhere. If God telling you to do X, Y, and Z, go do it. That's what I tell young kings right now, because this year makes 6 years me not selling drugs at all. Just walking with God. And I promise you, you walking with God has saved me a whole lot of times. I promise you on that. But man, my next question is, we got something we got called the wordplay. You can unmute your microphone. We're gonna play this good old wordplay. And then at the end of the wordplay, you're gonna win a prize at the end of the wordplay. So my first one to you is, I'm gonna say a name, person, place, or thing. And I want you to go in detail and tell me what that means to you. Your first word is gonna be Memphis. Paint a picture for somebody who ain't never been to Memphis before. The good parts of Memphis and the bad parts of Memphis. Go ahead.
So with Memphis, like it's a lot of like good and bad in the city. I wouldn't really say it's a nice place to be from, but there's a lot of leaders and a lot of talent that has came out of Memphis. But I'd say with Memphis, like living in like the bad parts, like there was a lot of stuff that you're gonna see. You're gonna see people die every day. You're gonna have to go to funerals like every once in a while. You're gonna have to there's like your environment. It's not the best environment, and what I'd say is like even throughout all that, like even throughout all the stuff that you're gonna see, like even as staying out of trouble, you can still be in danger. You have a 1 in 5, well, a 5% chance of being a victim in Memphis at any moment. I don't know. Look at the statistics. It might be higher now. I don't know, but it's a dangerous city. But it's also like sometimes there's good moments that happen in the city, and there's like even throughout all the negativity, there's still like people coming up to the top and coming up and rising and inspiring other people to do better. And I want to be one of those people.
Hey, before we get into it, I got to shout out one of my people, you know what I'm saying? Rest in power. So young Dolph is Dolph, man. Dolph was one of my favorite rappers, man. And I took him away too soon, but man, he was a really good rapper. So shouts out to young Dolph and his family, man. Man, like that dude right there has so much talent. Another one, we got Dior. Remember I told you about Dior? She's from Memphis also.
Yeah.
She's from Memphis. She's a bilingual singer. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to Brian Taylor and his wife Kim. They stay in Tennessee. Matter of fact, shouts out to the whole entire Memphis, Tennessee, everything, man. Salute out y'all. The two of my favorite rappers out there, 8 Ball and MJG. Like that's two of my favorite rappers also. So yeah, that's such a great thing with that. My next one, I'm gonna give you a rapper. When I say Kodak Black, what you gotta say about that?
Well, Kodak Black, he's like the way that he portrays himself, it's like the way that they expect black people to look, but that's just like the way he knows. But even with all that, like he's still like I like the stuff that he's doing. He's a like he's not afraid to be himself. He's like and if you see through all the stuff that's happened to him and like all the like times he's went to prison and been in all these negative situations and like you just look at the stuff he's saying, like sometimes he puts out gems and he's like I wouldn't call him like a bad person. I feel like he's doing good. I just and like he's inspiring the youth. I like Kodak
Okay.
Black.
Okay, your next artist is gonna be MC Hammer. You 19 years old. What you know about MC Hammer?
Uh, I know that he wears like parachute like pants, and I know that he moves like side to side like Mr. Krabs, and like I've heard Can't Touch This. He used to wear like little like net shirts and like some pootie tang type outfits. I don't really like I don't
Hey,
really
look,
like know much about his background.
I already know that. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. I
Yeah,
really did. Your next artist is gonna be Lil Baby. What you got
Lil
to say about
Baby.
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby. I like the come up story. Like it's very inspiring to see like how you went from like a doughboy who was like shooting dice in the streets to now he's like a Billboard artist, one of the top rappers. He's getting awards now. He's putting out like new stuff like every other week and like he's going as hard as he possibly can to feed his kids and just like just to be like the best version of him. Like, cause he was skeptical of like rapping at first. At first, he was just gonna stay in the streets, but then he decided to turn his life to the better. Like when you see that story, it's very inspiring to see. I like Lil Baby. He's one of the he's in my top 3.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you a goat. A goat in my eyes. What about Gucci Man?
Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane LaFleur. I like him. Gucci Mane, like I like that. Well, like before he went to prison, he was like he was still like rapping and stuff. He was working hard. He put out so much music before, and like he was like going as hard as he can, but he was still doing negative things. And he was sipping lean. He was getting fat. He was like going around doing stuff. They said that he was taking people out like in the woods and all types of crazy stuff. But then like whenever he got sent to prison and then like he came out like a couple years later, like he had completely changed the person he was, like through being out like there's some people say that like being in jail is like being in hell. Like I would have thought like after he came out, he would have been like worse, but no, he was like actually like ways more superior than he was before he went there. And like he turned his life around like a full U-turn. And he was like he came out with like this different energy and like aura, putting out like he was putting out music. He started 10-7. Well, I'm pretty sure he already had 10-17, but like he went about it a different way. He was signing like street rappers like Pooh Shiesty and Big Scar and all those people. And he was like I like the comeback story wherever he got put down in that position and he still came back up and he came out on top. I like that about Gucci man.
Okay, I love that. I'm about to hit you with another one. I know you probably don't know it. What you know about Genuine?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who that is. If
Okay,
you ask
cool,
me
cool,
about
cool.
3 6 Mafia, I don't know who you're talking about. You know, like Project Pat, I know them, but I don't really know who
Okay,
Genuine.
I'm gonna give you another one. What about Anita Baker?
I wouldn't know that either. I'm sorry.
Okay, I know everybody watches the video. They're gonna be like, Jacko, why'd you give him all these old singers? Because you know one thing about him, I know he's gonna go research and see who these people are. I just spit out my mouth. I know he's gonna research these people and see who these people are. And that's what I love about this because you gotta tell the youth something. Like think about it. He didn't know what Anita Baker was, but I promise you, next time I speak to him, he gonna know what "You're My Angel" means. He's gonna know a lot of great things. So trust me, I'm gonna give him one more. Give him one more. What you know about Brandy?
About what?
Brandy.
Like the drink or like is it like a person?
You know what? We're gonna just keep it moving. We ain't gonna worry about it. We're gonna just keep this whole thing moving. Okay. So man, you have won the wordplay, man. You wanna know what you have won?
What about one?
Man, you ever heard of Chucky?
Heard of who?
Chucky, the dog, Chucky.
You stuck in the dollar? Yeah.
Yes. I'll be sending you a Chucky doll to your house next week.
Oh Lord. Uh, I don't know where I'm gonna put him if he can't sleep in my room. To be honest with you,
No, he has to sleep in your room. That's gonna be my gift to you.
I'm gonna have to put some sage around him. Something he gonna spray or something.
Well, I just want to let you know the address ain't gonna be my address, so you can't send it back.
Okay.
Okay, and your next gift, I got you 55 Popeyes chicken biscuits. You can't drink no water, you can't drink no tea, you can't have no butter. You gotta eat all these biscuits in 5 seconds.
5 seconds. That's absolutely preposterous. I would not be able to do that because,
You can do
like,
it, man. You go to the gym all the time. You can do it. You young.
I mean,
You 19 years old. You can do anything.
anything within reason. Because
Okay,
Popeye's biscuits, they dry and like if you like 55 of them with no drinking, no water, that's a death penalty. Like that's
I got one more. I got one more
yeah.
gift for you.
All right, what is it?
I got you the first Soldier Boy CD.
The first Soldier Boy CD? Man, that's actually crazy because like one of the first memories I have, like like I had walked outside my house when I was little and I looked to the left and then my neighbor, he was wearing like this 5X t-shirt, like these like extremely baggy pants. And he was moving his body to the side and he was like doing a Superman. And like I was just sitting there laughing. Like that was one of the first memories that I can remember. It's actually
I'm gonna be
crazy.
sending. I'm gonna be sending you that album. Only thing bad about it is it's broken in 200 pieces, so
Oh,
you won't be able to play the album. And then you gonna have me on there like this. I got me some baby in there. That's what you gonna see me doing on the album cover. So I just want to let you know that, man. I'll be sending it to you real soon.
all right, man, I'm hanging it up on my wall.
Okay, you gonna have me on your wall like this.
Yep.
Man, this is the wordplay. The wordplay is really good because man, a lot of times when it comes to being a motivated speaking life coach, man, I'm always serious. But I tell people all the time, you gotta smile sometimes. You only get one life to live. Why you looking so mad all day long? For what reason? There's no point for it. But we got to get to another point of the video, man. Every king that was on this King series, they had to watch the video. And it was the King series chapter 1, series 15. We got Monkey Ray Brown looking at you like this. King, I would love for you to tell people what you got from that video and why they should really go watch that video, King.
So if you watch the video, you'll see that he was in this thing he called it overtime. Like it was very crazy to me how he had stage 4 cancer and they gave him like 6 months to 2 years to live. And he had lived past that with the power of positive thinking and positive thinking one in a good diet. He was still doing what he could for the world and still pursuing his dreams as a barber and as a and he ran a gym, and he was saying like anything is possible within reason if you believe in yourself. You gotta like if you want to go after something and you want to pursue something, then you need to study it and you need to just go out and do it. Like if you're afraid to do something, you kind of just gotta like jump off the ledge. Like how like imagine like a bird and like its little baby, and like the bird pushes the baby. You know how the bird pushes the baby off of the tree branch, and then the baby needs to learn how to fly, or else it's not gonna make it. But then just as you think it's about to hit the ground, it takes off and it goes and it soars and it becomes this symbol of freedom. I feel like that's what I got from the video. So it inspired me to go like even more harder, and it like even while facing death, he still decided to pursue his dreams until the end, and that's what I liked about him. And it's a very big inspiration, saying that like your time is limited, so don't continue to procrastinate and just like do what you can now to live your dream now instead of trying to live for the future. And that's the message I got from the video.
I love that. See, think about this. I done over 30 some videos, 40 some videos. If you don't go watch Uncle Edward's video, I don't tell these kings what to say. Guess what? When they get on this video, I don't even know what they're gonna say. But all these kings that get say something different about this video. Go to King Series Chapter 1, Series 15, scroll all the way down. You're gonna see Uncle Eddie Ray Brown looking at you like this. Gotta go watch the video. King, the next question is kind of funny because you are a young king. But what are you doing right now to develop future kings to success in your generation?
You asked, what am I doing right now to like, get my future kings success? Okay, so what I'm doing right now, so as of right now, what I'm doing to get my future king success is like I felt like when my perspective on it, I feel like if I build myself up to a certain point, then I can help people. Because if you're a weak person and you don't have like resources or anything, like people gonna treat you a certain way and like you're not gonna be able to help anybody. So, but if you like go after your dreams and inspire the youth and inspire people by living up to your true potential and living up to your true self, and you like do the stuff that you're supposed to do, put yourself in a position of power, then you can help the world. So as of right now, I'm trying to build myself up. Well, not trying, I am doing. We don't try anymore, we got to do. I'm building myself up. Building my credit up. I'm working on my business. I'm working on YouTube. I'm throughout YouTube, I get paid. One, that's the main reason that people do it. But I also want to spread a message too that it's never too late to turn around and never too late to come back and do what you want to do and follow your dreams and just like live your life the way that you want to live it. Don't live your life within a certain bounds. Don't live your life like according to other people, because like if you live your life for other people, then whenever you get old and you die and you have all these regrets, you're gonna wish that you had lived your life for yourself and not live your life for what somebody else was doing. So right now I'm just building myself up to a position to where I can help everyone else and I can spread a positive message to like the masses.
Okay, love that. My next question is, and I love this question when I ask the young people this question. What behavior do you see in mainstream society that's sending out the wrong king development message?
I feel like one thing that I'm seeing in like society that's putting up the wrong message is like one like I feel like, well, I like rap music, like the majority of our young African American people do, but like I feel like we need to change the way that music is a little bit, and like the way that people portray themselves, because everybody's just trying to, like, it's like a big competition. Like everybody's trying to outshine each other. Everybody's putting each other down because they don't have this or they don't have that. And like everybody's putting out this negative message. They're talking about shooting people and killing people and robbing and stealing and doing anything to get to the top. But I feel like if you just change like the way that if you just change like what these kids are seeing on their screens, because imagine this, like imagine you was born yesterday, and like you growing up and you look on like TV, because most parents right now they're not really like, they're not raising their kids right now. They just give them a tablet and say, here you go. And you just look on TV, you see these rappers shooting people and like trying to outshine each other. You see the way that people are portraying themselves. They're acting like snarky. They're acting like it's an evil message, and like I don't like the way that is. Like it's affecting, like it's gonna affect the people below us if we don't put a change to it now. That's what I feel like is going on.
So to all the elder kings are looking at this right now, the same way you feel, this 19-year-old brother feels the same way. Stop saying that you don't understand. Some of them do understand. They feel the same way we feel. They really do. That's another story for a different day. But this is the one part of the video I love from all the King series videos, because when the Queen series started, God gave me the vision of a Queen's prayer where the Queens pray for all their Queens. And then for this right here, God gave me a vision of a King series. Remember this, it's not a right or wrong way to pray. I want you to remember that. So King, what I want you to do is, I'm about to get ready to walk away. I'm gonna let people see this beautiful background in the back of them, because you know right now we in a wide right now. You didn't know that we're in a wide right now. You didn't know that. Wide kind of fake. But anyway, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna let this young king come in there and say a prayer for everybody on the King series, everybody that's watching this right now. King, whatever way God puts it on your heart to pray, I want you to pray over this whole entire King series. And after you pray for them and you say amen, I'm coming right back in there and we're gonna get everything moved. So I'm about to get ready to walk out the camera. King, you got the mic.
All right. For everyone that's watching this video and that can hear my voice, I'd like to pray for you. I'd like to say that I pray that God gives you the strength and God gives you the courage. He gives you the power to fulfill your true purpose and get rid of everything that's holding you back and get rid of everything that's dragging you down. I pray that God gives you the will of fire so that you may come back and do everything that you wanted to do and that you needed to do in order to put yourself in a higher position and in order to help yourself and use the power that God gave you to give yourself more power and put yourself in a greater position and inspire the youth and inspire everyone around you to come up after you came up and you've done the stuff that you want to do and live the life that you wanted to live. I pray that God gives you the strength, the courage, the confidence, and the power to do that. Amen. I think my camera, was the audio still working?
Yes. So one thing I gotta say is I'm gonna just have my hat off for this whole video because I loved it. I loved every part of it. Man, see the youth pray. This just made me smile. This just really did, man. See, I'm gonna do the rest of my video with my hat off. I ain't gonna have my hat on at all. I'm taking my hat off. So, man, this has been the King Series Chapter 3. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this series to your friends and your family, anybody that you know, because we're gonna have 40-some kings this year. We taking off, we doing everything God's way. And with that being said, King, I want you to give a 2022 motivational message to all the kings and the queens watching this video right now. Give them a message. And once you're done, if you want to chunk the deuce, if you want to move your hair back and forth, I want you to close out this King Series video. Like I tell you all the time, I am just the host. This is their video. So King, go ahead and give them a message for 2022. And like I said, you close out the video.
All right. So from this message now, with this message going forward, I want everybody that's listening right now if you have a dream or if you have something that you want to accomplish and you've been putting it off, just go for gold, like completely cut everything off, cut the people you need to cut off, and then cut the bad habits you need to cut off and do the stuff that you need to do and go for your dream with tenacity and like don't ever give up. Don't ever let anybody put you down. And like people usually like to project their insecurities. Sorry about that. People usually like to project their insecurities and their stuff on you because they believe that you can't do it simply because they couldn't do it. Well, I'm saying forget about all that. You need to go ahead and do what you need to do, no matter what. Like even if your parents don't like it, even if your friends don't like it, even if your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, like it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is your life, so you need to live your life the way you want to live it and do the stuff that you need to do. And I'm not saying go out and just do whatever. I'm saying go out and do what you know you need to do at the end of the day in a positive way. I'm not saying go out and like party and do this and just like throw your life away in the trash can and just live just like whatever, live below the means you was created to live in. I'm saying go out and do what you need to do, take care of your business, and keep living your dream. And you're eventually gonna get to where you want to be, no matter what. And this has been the King series, chapter 3. Thank you for watching. Be sure to go subscribe to my YouTube channels, Grandma Drago Aries, Aldrago Aries, and Aldrago Aries Gaming. And it's been an honor to be on the King series. I want everybody to dance, eat chicken in the sun, and like I feel like that's the end. That's cool. I like to close it out with that.